Hey guys, Jack Dowling here, and welcome to another video on Tick's Match Day. Right, now Nathan a while back did his Premier League predictions, so I thought, why don't I throw in my little prediction knowledge, I can guess. Literally 2 out of 20 in the Premier League last season. Yeah, Champions League predictions. Let's go. Okay, so first up is Group A. So let's start with Group A. Now, this features Liverpool, Napoli, Ajax, and Rangers. Now, this is a really tough group, to be honest. I like the look of this. You have Liverpool, who have faced two of their opponents very recently in different Champions League seasons. Napoli twice in a row, and then the season after that, Ajax, while we were in lockdown and that. The team they've yet to face is Rangers in the Champions League. Now, I definitely do see Liverpool breezing past most of the games, to be honest. I mean, last year, they had the group of death, and they won every single match. So, they really do have, like, that mentality monster mindset in the Champions League. So, let's see how they do it. But, to be fair, it's not started well this season in the Premier League. I mean, they've only started finding their feet now, but early season, it's not going well for them. Getting just 2 points from their first 3 games. So, I mean, then again, the Champions League is different, so who knows. But, yeah. Napoli, let's move on to them second, because it's not been the best transfer windows, has it? They've lost their rock in Kalidou Koulibaly to Chelsea, who we're going to cover on later in Group E. And also Lorenzo Insigne, their star winger, to the MLS, which is a bit interesting. Let's just say that, to be fair. As for Ajax, and they have just been ransacked by Manchester United, Lisandro Martinez and Antony heading over to Old Trafford. Is also Gravenberch, has been going to Bavaria, Bayern Munich. And Sebastian Haller is, well, obviously get well soon, Haller. But, yeah, he's at Borussia Dortmund now. So the Bundesliga is looking very tight, with Dortmund actually ahead at this moment in time. But finally, we come to the Europa League runners-up, Rangers. Now, I definitely think this is the strongest team to come out of Pot 4, which is why it makes this group so interesting. Because you never know, obviously we know Liverpool have a strong favourites to win the group, because they're just too much better than the rest of these. However, I do think that it is a 3-way tie for second place right now. Either one of these teams could join the Reds in the last 16. And who would that be? I have no idea. I'm going to go with Liverpool to win the group, obviously. Then, let's start 3-way ties from who I reckon is not going to play in Europe anymore this season. I'm going to go with Ajax in 4th and Rangers in 3rd. So Napoli will advance with Liverpool, despite the hole at centre-back. Now we move on to Group B, another interesting group, however lacking a little bit of quality. Atletico Madrid, definitely favourites, as well as FC Porto, I think they were invincible last season, Liga NOS champions. I can't see Atletico not getting out of this group, to be fair. However, they do have strong competition with Leverkusen, the Belgian League champions, and Bayer Leverkusen, who have just acquired wonder kid Callum Hudson-Odoi from Chelsea. Bit of like a reverse Kai Havertz. Yeah, honestly, Simeone is very experienced in the Champions League. Yeah, he's made 2 finals, sadly lost them both to Real Madrid. Must be heartbreaking. I do think that it's not going to be smooth sailing for Club Brugge. I don't think they're going to get even a win. Now it just comes down to Porto against Leverkusen. Who do I think is better? I'm going to edge it. I'm going to say Porto. but it's tough because, well, I don't know. But however, if you do recall, they were in the group of death last season with Liverpool, and Atletico did squeak by them on match day 6. Porto did not do well in the Europa League, I don't think. So, yeah. In terms of who I think, I'm actually going to predict a shock. Like, this is going to be really shocking for you guys. I'm going to go with Atletico to win the group, Porto to come second, Club Brugge to go into the Europa League, and Bayer Leverkusen to be out of Europe altogether. Or do they go into the Conference League? I'm not sure. I don't think they do. That would be weird. So yeah, I'm definitely going with Atletico to win the group. Now we move on to Group C. Now this is, some people are calling it the group of death, but I don't think so. I think there's one that is, like, in terms of anyone can win. That is what I think the group of death should be. But it's a group of death for one team and one team only, and that is Victoria Plzeň, I believe the Czech Republic champions. So, yeah, they probably will not get any points. But then again, we said the same about Sheriff last year, and who knows, they beat Real Madrid, who end up winning the whole thing at the Bernabeu because of a last-minute winner. Scenes. Yeah, but Bayern Munich and Barcelona again in the same group. Oh, dear. I don't know about this one because Barcelona have definitely improved. They've stolen Bayern's main striker in Lewandowski, but they have replaced him well with Sadio Mane from Liverpool. They've also just destroyed Chelsea's transfer targets in the transfer window, taking away Rafinha, Koundé, and who else was it? Koundé and I think they were eyeing Lewandowski, Chelsea. Or am I wrong? Who was it? Who knows? Forget it. Yeah, but Bayern have, I guess, started the season well in the Bundesliga, as they normally do. I mean, they've won the last 10, for goodness sake. I definitely do see them winning it again this season, but they're mainly going to focus on the Champions League, which could hamper them a bit. But we move on now quickly to Internazionale, aka Inter Milan. And they have just lost the Milan derby to rivals AC 3-2 at the San Siro last night. It's not been... I mean, it's been a decent start. Getting Lukaku off his feet again. Lautaro Martinez. They've got plenty of attacking going forward. It's the defence that needs a bit of help, in my opinion. And I can't see them beating either Bayern or Barcelona in this group. Speaking of Barcelona, they have been perfect so far in La Liga. Unbeaten, 11 goals, I think, and only 1 conceded. Beating the likes of Sevilla and I believe it was Valladolid. I'm not sure. You might have to catch up with me about that. Right, let's just go with the standings. I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to go with Bayern to win the group, Barca to come second. You know what, scratch that. No. I'm going to say they capitulate Barcelona. I'm going to say they go into the Europa League again, and Victoria Plzeň go into 4th. Yeah, I'm crazy. I know. I'm a risk taker. Now, we're not even halfway through. Let's just go with Group D. Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, and Marseille. This is my group of death because anyone can win it. Anyone can be placed anywhere. You could also call it the group of competitive balance, if that's even a thing. Let's call it the group of balance. Why not? But yeah, Spurs do look to be the favourites, but you can't rule out the Europa League champions. And then you also have Sporting, who really surprised people last season. Most people thought they were going to be 3rd in the Europa League, but they had managed to become top of the group, I believe. Or was it 2nd? I think it was 2nd because Ajax won that group. And they got trounced by Man City, but, I mean, what can you do? But then you also have Marseille, who have been pretty decent, I'd say. Both in the Europa League last season before getting shafted by, I believe it was, I think it was Frankfurt or West Ham. One of them two. So yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. Spurs have made a lot of new signings. I think they made 6. One of them is Richarlison, who, if you didn't catch yesterday, managed to score a goal against Fulham, take his shirt off, get yellow carded, and it wasn't even counted because of a VAR decision claiming he was offside. Unbelievable. So let's head into predictions real quick. I'm gonna say Tottenham to win the group, Frankfurt to come second, Marseille to go into the Europa League, and Sporting to be out of Europe altogether. Next is Group E, and that features AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, and Dinamo Zagreb. Group E is more likely to suffer because you have 2 big clubs fighting for the top spot, and then you have the other 2 fighting for Europa League spot. Because, I mean, you never know. They could, one of the 2 clubs could absolutely have a mare in the Champions League. We've seen that happen before with Chelsea, and AC Milan for that matter. But you can't. I don't think Chelsea are going to take the Champions League lightly. They're going to quickly do away with Zagreb and Salzburg quite easily, who have just lost their main men, Aronson to Leeds and also Adeyemi to Dortmund. And he's been performing quite well for Borussia Dortmund. I'm going to say AC Milan with Rafael Leao. I'm going to say they actually come second to Chelsea, and Salzburg get the Europa League spot. Dinamo Zagreb out. Chelsea win the group. Now moving on to Group F, and for the 3rd successive season, the European champions Real Madrid will take on Shakhtar Donetsk. 2 years ago, Ukraine side actually beat Los Blancos home and away, but did lose 2-1, 5-0 to the Spanish Giants last time round. Carlo Ancelotti's team then went on to beat Liverpool in the final in Paris, thereby lifting the club's 14th European Cup. That's ridiculous. That's my lucky number in European Cups. That's mind-boggling. And the way they did it as well was just stupendous, especially with Rodrigo's 2 goals against Man City. I couldn't honestly believe it, in my opinion. Could not believe it at all. However, I don't know how it's going to play out because of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. I don't know what in the world Shakhtar are going to do. But, I mean, you can tell me how this is going to work out in the comments, but quite frankly, I don't know. But rounding out the pack are RB Leipzig and Celtic. Celtic are the SPFL champions. And Leipzig, I believe they came 3rd in the Bundesliga last season. But they also won their club's first ever trophy, and that is the DFB Pokal. It's another tough group for RB Leipzig. Last season they faced Paris Saint-Germain and Man City in the Champions League, ended up finishing 3rd. And starting in a major 9-goal classic at the Etihad. I don't see any of them doing much, to Real Madrid, but to Shakhtar Donetsk, they're going to finish them easy. Real Madrid 1st, Leipzig 2nd, Celtic 3rd, Shakhtar 4th. Next is Group G, and, in short, Man City are going to cruise to the top of this group, aren't they? I mean, the Citizens have won 21 of their last 30 Champions League group games and haven't fallen at the group stage hurdle since, I think, 2011, which is pretty astounding if you ask me. Expect Pep Guardiola's team to wrap up qualification and top spot with a lot to spare. Both Sevilla and Dortmund will be capable of challenging the Premier League champions, but given what's going on with Sevilla and Dortmund, it seems unlikely. I think the 6-time Europa League winners could be looking to return to their favourite competition. I'm going to say Dortmund. It's going to be a typical Champions League season for Dortmund. Struggle a bit in the group stages, and then get swept easy in the round of 16. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go City first, Dortmund second, Sevilla third, and Copenhagen. We haven't even mentioned the Danish champions yet, but I doubt they're going to make any noise. Fourth. Finally, we make it to Group H. Now, I am so excited for this fixture between two of Europe's elite, PSG and Juventus. What a game that is going to be. You also have Benfica, which is kind of a dark horse in this group. Do I think they're going to upset Juve or PSG? I don't think so, but the Europa League will be very good for them. And they'll probably go very far, to be honest. But then lastly, we have some history makers, Israel or Palestinians, Maccabi Haifa. To be fair, they have been incredible in qualifying. They've overcome Olympiacos, Apollon Limassol, and Red Star Belgrade, needing a stoppage time own goal in the playoff round to make it to the group stage. Now that deserves some respect on its own. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty straightforward, this group. PSG dominate it, but win. Well, they need some help to get through Juve, but they'll beat them easy. Then Juve came second, then Benfica third, and then Maccabi Haifa in fourth place. So there you have it. That is my Champions League predictions. Let me know what yours are in the comments below. And yeah, we'll see how this plays out in December. Is it December? I think it's December. Or is it not early November now because of the World Cup? Who knows? Anyway, I will see you on the 10th for Home Vlogs number 4. Yeah, see you next time. See ya. Bye.